3 businesses, 1 weekend, no coding, no design degree, no audience, and no money spent on anything except a cheap AI subscription you probably already pay for. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which 3, exactly what to charge, and exactly who to send the first message to on Monday morning. And the third one is the one quietly paying people the most right now. So stay with me until the end. Here is the thing almost nobody says out loud about AI businesses. The money is not in the AI. The AI is a commodity. Anyone can open a chat window and get a decent output. The money is in 3 things the average business owner does not have: knowing which output is worth paying for, packaging it so it looks like a service instead of a text box, and showing up in front of someone who has a problem right now. That is the entire game. The tool is free. The judgment and the delivery are what you get paid for. So let's start with the first one. And it is the least glamorous business on this list, which is exactly why it works. Local business content rescue. Go look at the social media accounts and the websites of the small businesses within 10 miles of you. The dentist, the HVAC company, the med spa, the independent insurance agent, the landscaping company doing $400,000 a year. Look at their last post. I will bet you money that most of them have not posted since a season ago, and the last thing they did post was a stock photo with the word Happy Friday on it. That is not a content problem. That is an owner who is buried in operations and has zero interest in learning content. Here is what you sell them: 12 pieces of content a month, written and scheduled, in their voice, about their actual services, for a flat monthly fee. Not a strategy deck, not a brand audit. 12 posts, done. On their calendar, every month. They never think about it again. The way you produce it is simple. You spend 20 minutes on a call with the owner asking 5 questions. What do you actually sell? Who is the customer? What do customers always ask before they buy? What do you wish they understood? And what jobs do you want more of? You record that call, you transcribe it, and you feed the transcript into your AI along with their existing website copy and the last few reviews customers left them. Now, the AI is not writing generic slop. It is writing from that owner's real words, real objections, and real service list. That single step is the difference between content that gets ignored and content that sounds like the business. Pricing. Start at $300 to $500 a month per client. That is a rounding error to a business doing $500,000 a year, and it is a real income for you. 6 clients at $400 is $2,400 a month, and each client takes you about 90 minutes a month once the intake is done. You do not need 100 clients. You need 6. Where do you find them? Not on job boards, and not by cold emailing strangers in another state. You walk in, or you send a message to the businesses whose owners you already have some connection to, and you lead with the specific observation: I noticed you have not posted since spring, and your competitor 2 miles away posts 3 times a week. I fixed that for a flat fee. Here are 3 posts I already wrote for you. You do the first 3 for free before you ever ask for money. That free sample closes more deals than any pitch you could write. But the second one has a higher ceiling because you are not selling content. You are selling time back to somebody whose time is genuinely expensive. Meeting and call intelligence for professional service firms. Think law offices, accounting practices, financial advisors, recruiting agencies, real estate teams, consulting shops. These people live on calls. Every one of those calls contains commitments, deadlines, follow-up items, and details that get half remembered and half lost. Right now, the standard process is somebody scribbling on a legal pad and then forgetting to send the recap. Your service is this: their calls get recorded, and within 1 hour of the call ending, everyone on it receives a clean summary. What was discussed? What was decided? who owes what by when, and what open questions remain. Then a follow-up email draft goes to the person who ran the call, ready to send in their tone. The tooling for this is already built and mostly free at low volume. You use an existing transcription service to capture and transcribe, and then you run the transcript through a fixed prompt that produces the same structured output every single time. Your job is to build that prompt once, test it against 10 real transcripts, and fix the places where it hallucinates or misses. That testing is the actual work, and it is a weekend of effort that you then resell to every client forever. Now here is the part that makes this business worth real money. You are not charging per summary. You are charging per seat, per month. $400 a month per professional using it. A 5-person advisory team is $2,000 a month from one client for a system that mostly runs itself. And these buyers are not price-sensitive the way a small retail shop is. An attorney billing $400 an hour who saves 5 hours a month has already made your fee back 4 times over, and you can say that sentence to them directly in the first conversation. The one thing you must handle correctly here is consent and confidentiality. Recording calls has legal requirements that vary by state, and these are firms handling sensitive client information. Your intake process needs to include how consent gets captured and where the data lives. Handle that seriously and professionally, and it becomes a selling point instead of an objection. Ignore it, and you will lose the client the first time somebody asks. Which brings us to the third one, and this is the one I would personally start with, because the demand is enormous and almost nobody is servicing it well. Turning existing expertise into finished products. Every established professional in your city is sitting on a decade of knowledge they have never packaged. The general contractor who knows every mistake homeowners make on a renovation. The physical therapist who has explained the same 5 exercises 10,000 times. The mortgage broker who could tell you exactly why deals fall apart. They all know they should have a book, a course, a guide, a lead magnet, a client onboarding packet. None of them will ever build it, because writing 40 pages is a mountain, and they have a business to run. You are the person who turns their knowledge into the finished asset. And this is where AI actually shines, because you are not asking it to invent anything. You are asking it to structure and polish material that already exists inside someone's head. The process is straightforward. You interview them for 2 to 3 hours across a few sessions, recording everything. You transcribe it. You outline the product from the transcript. Then you draft section by section, feeding the AI the relevant chunk of transcript, plus the outline plus a style instruction. And you edit every single paragraph yourself for accuracy. You send the draft back for their corrections. You incorporate them, and you deliver a formatted, designed, finished asset. Price this as a project, not an hourly rate. $1,500 to $5,000 depending on scope. A lead magnet guide at the low end, a full client education course, or a book manuscript at the high end. This takes you 2 to 3 weeks of part-time work. 2 of these a month, and you are doing better than most people's day jobs. And here is why I saved this one for last. It compounds in a way the other 2 do not. Every one of these projects becomes a case study with a real name attached, and the buyers all know each other. The contractor knows other contractors. The physical therapist is in 3 professional groups. 1 delivered project referred well generates 2 more without you doing any marketing at all. The first one is the hard one. After that, the business feeds itself. So here is the takeaway I want you to actually hold on to. All 3 of these work because you are not competing with AI.